Hey everyone, it's Jason. Here we have another unboxing for an Unstable Unicorns side game. It's by the Unstable Unicorns company, but it's not an Unstable Unicorns game. It is their new game, Here to Slay. This is the Kickstarter exclusive set, and I have a bunch more content to show off. We have a pile of other stuff there too, lots of it. Most of this stuff is Kickstarter exclusive, so unfortunately I can't so I do all the accessories and all the like extra booster packs and stuff in a second video. But they mixed Kickstarter stuff into this box set as well, so there's no way around that. Hopefully it has like a Kickstarter like logo like only or something on there, just so I can tell it apart. But if it doesn't, I apologize. So realize this is the exclusive edition, so there's going to be content in here that won't be available for retail. So it's the same artwork, created by the same people that do the Unstable Unicorn games, so if you're a fan of them, you're probably going to enjoy this. Let's see if we can get this open. So the Unstable Unicorn games, it's like mini collectathon of you need to try and get 7 unicorns on your side of the table. You play cards, you play magic cards and stuff. This is more of like a D&D game. So here we just go back. Are you ready to slay? It's a strategic role-playing fantasy card game from the creators of Unstable Unicorn. You'll assemble a party full of heroes, slay dangerous monsters while sabotaging your friends' crossed-out enemies. Brace yourself for a fast-paced, adorable, and utterly destructive game. And then you can actually go create your own characters too, which is pretty cool. Your own party leaders. Alright, so let's crack this open. So this has a cool magnetic latching case. It's awesome. Start off, we have an introduction. The first player to slay 3 monsters or assemble a full party member of 6 different classes wins the game. So it kind of keeps the collecting stuff. So like unicorns games, you had to collect 7 unicorns. It didn't matter what kind. This one you need 6 different class members. So it kind of keeps that same feeling there. Or you can slay 3 monsters. So we're going to get a deck of main cards, some oversized party leaders, oversized monsters, rule cards. And again, I'm not sure. I think some of these might be Kickstarter exclusive cards. And the 2 dice. There are 2 promo cards and a dice tower. The dice tower I know was a Kickstarter exclusive, or at least the exclusive edition. I don't want to say that maybe they might not release that at some other point. So how to play, you get 3 action points. You spend 1 point to either draw a card, play a hero, item, or magic card from your hand. Hero has an effect, or roll 2 dice. Use the effect of a hero card in your party. Note you cannot roll to use the same hero effect more than once per turn, even if you've unsuccessfully the first time. Or you can spend 2 points to attack. So you get 3 points. So basically you could draw 3 cards, you could play 3 cards, you could use 3 abilities. Or you could do any intermitting of them. Or you could spend 2 to attack a monster and do the other things. Or 3, you can discard every card in your hand and draw. So if you don't have any good cards, you can just basically spend your turn refreshing your hand. So it gives you some different options there. There's some different class symbols. We have a fighter, guardian, ranger, thief, wizard, bard, druid, sorcerer, wizard, and any hero. Well, I suppose if I flip this open, there's the how to start. So we have a spot with your party leader, your monster slate, and your hero cards, which are going to be. So your leader card are oversized, tarot-sized cards. Your hero cards are regular size. There's a table in the middle for monster cards in the monster deck, and then you have the main main pile. And it's all 4 players. And I'm not going to sit here and read through every single step. But the main deck comes up with hero cards. We'll have item cards, and we'll have magic cards. And we'll look over those. There's also modifier cards to help you when you roll dice, and challenge cards to use to stop other players' tracks. So we have a party leader, who are oversized cards that have a class and a skill. So, have a class and a skill. They're not considered heroes. Unlike heroes, effects can only be used once per turn. Party leaders can be used each time these conditions are met. So if it's just each time you play a magic card, draw a card. So if you played 3 cards, you draw a card each time. We have monsters who you have to defeat. They're going to have a requirement. So like, if it has 3 H's, it's just any 3 heroes. If it requires a sorcerer and a hero, you have to have, or a wizard in here, you have to have a wizard and any other hero. So you can't just defeat a monster no matter what. And then you have to roll dice to try and defeat it. For example, the card might say -5, sacrifice a hero, +8, slay this monster. So if you're rolling 8 or higher, you successfully win. If you roll 5 or lower, you have to sacrifice a hero. If you roll 5 or 6, nothing happens. So you know, there's a little bit of gambling in this game. Not money gambling, but like risk, because you have to roll dice. Luck, I guess. Different terms. Lots of them, again, are very similar to the unicorn. So 2 ways to win. Slay 3 monsters, or end your turn as a full party. And your party includes your party leader and 6 different classes. There we go. That is what we got. So that's the basic rules. I don't think it's going to be a super difficult thing. So here we have our dice tower, which I've never had a dice tower before, so this should be kind of fun. I'm assuming it's pretty easy to build. Let's see if we can build it quick. I love the little artwork on here. And again, this is a little cardboard one, so there's better versions out there you can buy. Oh, I bet you this one probably goes on the front. There's our dice tower. It's nothing super fancy or anything. But the idea of it's supposed to be is this. Oh boy, that dice does not want to come out of there. Alright, so here's our dice. We have some cool blue and gold dice. Unicorn symbol for the 1. So if you normally roll, you know, that's what you're going to get. But, you know, you don't ever get it. So the idea of a dice tower is you're supposed to be able to drop them in here. And it's going to hit here, hit there, hit a couple more times. Not only is it going to also keep them contained, it's supposed to help the dice be a little bit more random on what they do. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably tests and theories that say whether or not how good those are or how accurate it is. I'm not sure. Here's the inside of the box. There's plenty of extra room in here for expansions and stuff. So we have our hero cards. Let's look at the hero cards first. Or our party leaders, as it were. I also went and recently got a dice tray for rolling your dice into, because I was tired of games where we're trying to. That's the other advantage of a dice tower too. Is same ideas. When you're trying to roll dice, you don't have to worry about them flying across the table and ruining all your gameplay, especially if you're playing a game that has like tokens and stuff. You just roll them into like a bowl or whatever. And this is, the idea is just to even be more than that, because even if you have like a dice tray, like a little bowl that you roll the stuff into, someone could roll it and throw it out. Some people are pretty aggressive when they roll dice. And then this is just dropping them in there. Alright, so we're going to start up. We have the party leader, the fighter. This is the Fist of Reason. So each time you roll to challenge, you roll +2. And on the back, we just got here to slay, and it has the 6 main icons. And these are all your base set characters. The Divine Arrow, he's a ranger. Each time you roll to attack a monster, +1 to your roll. We have the Shadow Claw, who's a thief. He's a cat. A two-tailed cat, even. Once per turn, you may spend an action to pull a card from another player's hand. We have the Protecting Horn, which is the Guardian class. Each time you play a modifier on a roll, +1 or -1 to that roll, so you can change your stuff. The Cloaked Sage, the Wizard. Each time you play a magic card, draw a card. The Charismatic Song, the Bard. Each time you roll to use a hero card's effect, +1 to your roll. And now, I know these ones, I believe, are the Kickstarter exclusive cards. And they're the dual classes. So we have the Brutal Bow, which is a fighter ranger. At the beginning of your turn, you may switch the Brutal Bow's class between the fighter and ranger. Each time you destroy a hero card, draw a card. And then we have the Veiled Raider, a guardian thief. At the beginning of your turn, you may switch the Veiled Raider's class between Guardian and Thief. Each time you roll 12 or more, including modifier cards, you may steal a hero card. And we have the Mystical Maestro, a Wizard Bard. At the beginning of your turn, you may switch the Magical Maestro's class between Bard and Wizard. Each time you roll 4 or less, including modifiers, you may draw a card. So the idea with the dual ones is when you play them, essentially at the beginning of your turn, you have to decide whether he's acting as a guardian or a thief. So if you need one of your 6 classes, it can only act as one per turn. But it gives you a little bit more flexibility. But also their abilities are a little bit harder. So I just noticed this. I didn't notice this during the Kickstarter. So the Bard and the Wizard, it's I'm not sure. It's some sort of like fox and bunny. No, it's not a fox. But he has a big bushy tail, otherwise it looks like a little bunny rabbit. And then this one's like the mixture of the two. And he's using magic to make bard instruments. So I love that it's a combination of the 2 different classes. Because then it's the same thing with... So we have a cat and a unicorn. So now we have a Unikitty. So he has a sword, but it's a magical sword. So that's actually pretty cool. But they actually just combined the 2 races instead of making like a third different race. So we have like this is a fox and a bear. So now we have, which I thought this was just like some sort of like panda or tanuki, but it's basically a fox bear, which is basically a tanuki. But he also, you can see, has bow and arrows like on his arms for the ranger, but they're like almost like attack weapons as a fist. So it's kind of cool. Alright, I just noticed that. I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, so that's our playable characters. Let's take a look at our monsters quick. Onto the other big cards. Ugh. Alright, who are we fighting? We have a Titan Wavering. So it requires a fighter and another hero. And each time you roll for a challenge card, you get minus or plus 1 to your roll. We have a Mala Mammoth. And I'm not going to read through each one of these. You can see what they are. It's just going to be like one for each class. We have a War-Worn Owlbear. That's the Thief's villain. And so far it's been -4 or +8 for each one. Either do an effect. And so far they've all been the same. Discard 2 cards or slay the monster. But the effects have been different. You know what? So, Malmouse says each time you draw an item card you may play it immediately. Owlbear says items you play cannot be challenged. We have the Dark Dragon King, which is the Bard. Each time you roll for a hero's effect, add +1 to your roll. The Orthus, it's like a 2-headed wolf. Wizard card. Each time you draw a magic card, you may play it immediately. You see how the effects really mirror their abilities. Rex Major. It's a T-Rex, basically. It's a Guardian card. Each time you draw a modifier card, you may reveal it and draw a second card. And now we have some generic ones. So we have Terratuga, which is a giant turtle. But now it's a -7. You have to sacrifice a hero, or +11 to slay it. Your hero card cannot be destroyed, but you can play it with any class. Arctic Ares, which is a ice ram. Any hero, -6, sacrifice a hero, +10, slay the monster, so they're harder to kill. Well, you can use any characters. Each time you successfully roll to use a hero's effect, you may draw a card. The Abyss Queen is a giant spider. -5, sacrifice a hero, +8 to slay it. Each time another player plays a modifier card on one of your rolls, +1 to your roll. Now this one requires 2 heroes. We have the Unrang Cauldron, which is like a bubbly dragon. 3 heroes requirement. -6, sacrifice a hero, +7, slay. Each time you roll +1. The Corrupted Sabercat, a fire saber-toothed tiger. Corrupted Sabertooth. I call him a saber cat. 3 heroes, sacrifice a hero at -6 or +9 to slay and draw a card. Each time you destroy a hero, you may steal that hero instead. We have a cute little Mega Slime. Costs 4 heroes, -7, sacrifice a hero, +8, slay this monster to draw 2 cards. You may spend an extra action point each of your turns. We have Bloodwing, giant bat. 2 heroes, sacrifice a hero for -6 or +9 to slay him. Each time the other player challenges you, that player must discard a card. The Crowned Serpent requires 2 heroes, -7 to sacrifice a hero, +10 to slay. Each time any player, including you, plays a modifier card, you may draw a card. And finally, we have Dracos, which is a skeleton dragon. -5 to slay it, +8 to sacrifice. And sacrifice a hero. So that one's actually backwards. You have to roll low to slay it. And if you roll too high, you sacrifice a hero. Each time a hero card in your party is destroyed, you may draw a card. So there's our monsters. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Those might all be base set cards. I don't remember. I don't think any of them were Kickstarter. Just rereading the rules. So you cannot use your party leader as one of your heroes to attack. In order to attack a monster, you must first meet the party. Some monsters require you have certain numbers of heroes, others may require you have certain class presence. Each time you slay a monster, your party gains a new skill listed at the bottom of the thing. Add the slain monster to your party next to your party leader. So that's what the ability on the bottom was. And it works just like that. Monsters cannot be stolen, destroyed, attacked, or returned. Each time you slay a monster, turn another monster card over face up. Okay, all I was trying to find out is just make sure you didn't have to like spend your characters to do it. Alright, we have 2 more decks to look through. We have, looks like an item deck and a hero deck. Let's look through the item deck first. Oh, I hate this plastic. Alright. So I have a big thick old deck here. Let's separate a couple of these. So these all have the white backer on the back, same as the big cards, the leaders, just so you know like they're that part of the deck. These are items that can come into play and they can be used. So we have a particularly rusty coin. If you unsuccessfully roll to use the equip hero's effect and to draw a card. We have a really big ring. Each time you roll to use the equipped hero's card effect, +2 to your roll. We have a couple of those. We have a decoy doll. If equipped hero would be sacrificed or destroyed, move decoy doll to the discard pile instead. We have a fighter's mask. So it has a fighter symbol. So equipped hero is considered to be a fighter instead of its original class. So that's kind of neat. And there's a ranger, a thief, a guardian, a wizard, and a bard. So that's basically that way. It's kind of a neat idea. That way, if you I got too many of the same characters, you can just swap one to a different class. Mysterious feather. Each time you roll to use a hero's effect, you may discard a card. If you do, +3 to your roll. The suspiciously shiny coin. This is a cursed item, so it's purple on the top and has a little poison skull symbol. If you successfully roll to use the equipped hero's effect, discard a card. So you don't want cursed items. Curse of the Snake Eyes. Each time you roll to use the equipped hero's effect, -2 to your roll. Couple of those. We have a sealing key. You cannot use the equipped hero card's effect. And we have a Mask of Misfortune. This hero has no class. Just some extra little add-ons to those. Also, more cards. Now these ones don't have a border on them, but they are still white cards. So here's all our modifiers. So you play this card after any player, including who rolls the dice, that +2 or -2. This is where the game can kind of become a lot more competitive, because you can up your rolls to do your stuff, or you could sabotage other players. And now you could potentially play this game in a cooperative mode, being like, hey, as a team we have to defeat all the monsters in the pile, versus just having to defeat 3. So then you might help each other. But that's, if you want to play. So there's a bunch of these that are -2. -2, +2. And then we have a different picture for the +3 or -1. So these are more beneficial to you, but at least they give you an option. Here we have a +1, -3, so more beneficial to use against somebody. We have just a straight up +4. So of course we're going to have a straight -4. +3, -2. +2, -3. +4, -1. +1, -4. I just want to see something here, because I'm curious. I was just wondering if some of these, because they kind of look like the other artwork. So like this one looks similar to that one, but it's a little bit different. So I was just curious if they were like mashups between them, and they kind of look like they are, but not necessarily. These are modifier cards. And again, some of these they don't list on here, so some of them might be Kickstarter exclusive cards. They did not list them in there, so I don't know. And since they all came bundled as one pack, I have no way of telling, and they don't have like a deck list I've seen. So yeah, there might have just been some extra ones in there. So now there's some challenge cards. You may play this card when another player attempts to play a hero, item, or magic card to challenge them. And all the challenge cards, I believe, are the exact same, except these ones might be the Kickstarter ones. We have special class challenges. So we have like the Wizard Challenge. You may play this when another player attempts to play a hero, item, or magic card. Challenge card gets you challenge that card +3 to your roll. And then it's the same thing for each one. So basically, it's a more powerful challenge, but you're required to have that class. And how exactly the challenge cards work, again, we skipped over this. When you challenge another player, each of you must roll 2 dice. If your roll is equal or 2 or higher than the other player's roll, that player must immediately remove the card they played. So basically, you're trying to stop them from playing it. So it's kind of interesting there, is because it says roll 2 dice, and if you buy the base set, or this set, you bought nothing else, basically, you're only going to get 2 dice. So you have to just roll them, remember what you got, then roll the next set. Luckily, being that I got the full Kickstarter package, I got more dice. Alright, so now we have the Hero Party cards. So let's take a look at those cute little fellas. So these are all going to have the white back, so they go in the main deck. But as you can see here, we have all these different colors. And that's just so you can super quickly recognize what class they're part of. We're going to look at the magic cards quick. So we have a destructive spell. Discard a card and then destroy a hero. So you can take out some of the other characters so they don't get their limit. Entangling Trap, discard 2 cards, and you can steal a hero, and you can see they have like the destroy, steal, and draw. The same thing Unstable Unicorns did. Because why mess with what was already working? A critical boost, draw 3 cards, and then discard a card. Enchanted Spell, +2 to all your rolls until the end of your turn. Forced Exchange, choose a player, steal a hero from that player's party, then move a hero from your party to that player's party. Just swapping 2 of them. Winds of Change. Returning item card equipped to any player's hero card to that player's hand and draw a card. Forceful Winds. Return every equipped item card to its respective player hands. Wipe the board. Call to the Fallen. Search your discard pile for a hero and add it to your hand. Captivating Spell, +3 to all your rolls till the end of turn. And then we have another item that got stuck in here, just another particularly rusty coin. And again, some of these might be Kickstarter exclusive cards. I don't know which ones. Let's go through our different characters. So it's sorted by class. And classes are, at least right now, are basically like a race. So we have like the Bears, who are the fighters. So we have Bad Axe, who has, if you roll +8, you can destroy a hero card. Furry Knuckle, +5, pull a card from another player's hand. If it's a challenge card, pull a second card from that player's hand. Berry Wise, +7, each other player must discard a card. Choose one of the discarded cards in your hand and add it to your hand. Heavy Bear, +5, you can choose a player. That player must discard 2 cards. Bear Claw, pull a card from the other player's hand. If it's a hero card, pull a second card from that player's hand. Tough Teddy, +4, each other player with a fighter in their party must discard a card. Chi Bear, discard up to 3 cards. For each card discard, destroy a hero card. Pan Chucks, draw 2 cards. If at least one of those cards is a challenge card, you may reveal it, then destroy a hero card. Berserker, choose any player. That player must discard all the cards in their hand and draw 3 cards. And they're back to the bad axe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different ones. And I know that some of these are Kickstarter ones. Let's jump back to the rule book for a moment. Because I want to make sure I understand what the word pull means. And it's not going to tell me. Set up, main up, discard monster deck, draw, discard, steal, challenge. Huh, I wonder why they didn't. There's some of the created cards people made. The Pizza Party Leader. I love fish sticks, that's my favorite. Nope, I'm not sure. I'm guessing pull must just be like reveal. Or it might be to discard. I think it's like, basically it's discard, but it's from your opponent's hand, because it's destroy is move a card from another player's party to the discard. I believe that pull is basically you're taking a card out of another player's hand and getting rid of it. Alright. We also have Sirius Gray. He's a ranger. So these are foxes, I believe. And I'm not sure on all these races, for some of these cards are kind of different. But he has destroy a hero card and then draw a card. Wild Shot. Draw 3 cards and discard a card. We've got a lightning and an ice arrow. Rookie. Discard a card. Search the discard pile for an item card and add it to your hand. You can see there's very different abilities on these cards. Quick Draw. Draw 2 cards. If at least one of those cards is an item card, you may play one of them immediately. Hook. Play an item card from your hand and immediately draw a card. And Bullseye. Look at the top 3 cards of the deck. Add 1 to your hand, then return the other 2 to the top of the deck in any order. Wily Red. Draw a card until you have draw cards. You have 7 in your hand. Sharp Fox, which is another player's hand. Hoodwink. Swap the item cards you've equipped to any 2 hero cards. And we're back to Sirius Gray. We have the Thieves, which are the kitties, the kittens, the cats. Kidnapper. Steal a hero card. Sly Picklings. Pull a card from another player's hand. If that card is an item card, you may play it immediately. Meowzo. Choose a player. Steal a hero from that player's hand and pull a card from that player's party and pull a card from that player's hand. Plundering Puma. Pull 2 cards from another player's hand. That player may draw a card. The Silent Shadow. Look at another player's hand. Choose a card and add it to your hand. Slippery Paws. Pull 2 cards from another player's hand. Discard 1 of those cards. Shuri Kitty. Destroy a hero card. If that hero card has an item equipped to it, add the item card to your hand instead of moving it to the discard pile. Smooth Mimi Meow. Pull a card from the hand of each other player with a thief in their party. The Purring Bandit. Pull a card from each player's hand with more cards than in your hand. We're back to the Kidnapper. Alright. Now we got our Guardians, who are our unicorns. We got the Guiding Light. Search a discard pile for a hero card and add it to your hand. Holy Curse Lifter. Return a cursed item card equipped to your hero in your party to your hand. Radiant Horn. Search your discard pile for a modifier card and add it to your hand. The Wise Shield. +3 all your rolls until the end of turn. Vibrant Glow. +5 all your rolls till the end of turn. Iron Resolve. Cards you play cannot be challenged for the rest of your turn. Remember, you get these abilities, I believe, the first time you play them, too. The Mighty Blade. A hero card in your party cannot be destroyed until the next turn. The Calming Voice. Hero cards in your party cannot be stolen until your next turn. Complex Illusion. Draw 2 cards. If at least one of these cards is a modifier card, we reveal it and spend an extra action point this turn. We're back to the Guiding Light. Alright, we have our wizards, who are bunny rabbits. Hopper. Choose a player. That player must sacrifice a hero. Buttons. Pull a card from another player's hand. If it's a magic card, you may play it immediately. Spooky. Each other player must sacrifice a hero card. Wiggles. Steal a hero card and roll to use its effect immediately. Whiskers. Steal a hero card and destroy a hero card. Fluffy. Destroy 2 hero cards. Oh, please, these guys are aggressive. Bun Bun. Search the discard pile for a magic card and add it to your hand. Snowball. Draw a card. If it is a magic card, you may play it immediately and draw a second card. And we have Mimi. Choose a hero card in any player's party. Mimi's effect of that hero card, including cost roll to the end of turn. You may re-roll to use that effect immediately. Interesting. So there's our wizards. Then we have our bards, which now that I look at this picture, I realize these are squirrels. I couldn't figure out what the heck they were in the big picture. So we have Melody. Draw a card. That is a hero card. You may play it immediately. Lucky Bucky. Pull a card from the other player's hand. If that card is a hero card, you may play it immediately. Fuzzy Cheeks. Draw a card for a hero and play from your hand. Draw a card and play a hero card from your hand immediately. Nappy Nibbles. Do nothing. That's funny. Especially because you have to roll to do... maybe if you want to roll to do it. Tipsy Tootie. Choose a player, steal a hero card from that player's party, and move Tipsy Tootie to that player. Dodgy Dealer. Trade hands with another player. Greedy Cheeks. Each other player must give you a card from their hand. Peanut. Draw 2 cards. And Hamlet. Each player, including you, must return any other bards in their party to their hand. Alright. Then, we have 2 more. These are promo cards. I know these 2 are for sure Kickstarter cards. But they are the brand new classes. They aren't available anywhere else yet. So that means hopefully there's going to be an expansion, which will have hero classes and more character speeds. But we have a druid and a warrior. So the druids are moose, and the warriors are wolves. So we have Enchantler. You can, if you get less than 7, you can discard any number of cards, +2 to all your rolls to the rest of the card turn for each card you discarded. And then we have Nimble Gray. If you roll +9, you may attack any monster this turn, even if you do not meet its party's requirements. So it's also cool here, is because once you add 2 more, to get that 6, instead of only being 6 classes, No, so now you have 2 more classes. So if you have 8 classes, that means you only have to collect 1 of each. You have a little bit more flexibility. And now that I see that he has a minus on his, I'm just curious. I think everyone else had a green dot. That's what it's looking like. So that's kind of cool, just gameplay-wise, that they're adding another color in there. And then the last thing we have for the base game is we have these how to win. So we have 3 monsters there. There's your cards. They also include the sorcerer card because this is a Kickstarter set. You can get the sorcerers. Again, though, that doesn't mean that in future sets they might not add sorcerers in there. Sorcerers are dragons. So yeah, they might make another expansion, but currently right now they have a small Kickstarter expansion, a couple of cards that are the dragons. Then what you can do on your turn, just re-explaining your action points. And you get a bunch of those. You get 6, because you can actually play up to 6 players with this game. That's actually fun too. Alright, so that is our Here to Slay exclusive Kickstarter edition. Again, 90% of this stuff is all going to be in the regular base game. There's just a couple of characters that won't be. I don't like the Dice Tower. I don't believe is in there. Or for all I know, they might just release this full version. You might be able to still find this out there somewhere, maybe on their website even. Like they might sell it that way. So this just has some more cards, but they will be making a slightly smaller version for retail. So definitely check this. If you like Unstable Unicorns, you'll probably enjoy this. Check it out. Come back, check out the other video where I go through all the Kickstarter exclusive fun bits. See you guys later. Bye.